Hello and welcome to the HeroesHype Amateur Series Week 12. I have no idea what just happened to my obs, but really sorry about that. Let's hope that it's just fine now, I guess. But meanwhile, I am Gillyweed, I am one of your casters, and joining me is the wonderful, dancing, Inimical GG. What's up, Inimical?
What's up, guys? This is the fishing rod. Just cast it in, and just there we go.
Wait, do it.
Do it again?
Yeah.
Do it again? Oh, yeah. Reeling it in.
Got
nice.
it.
Nice.
We did it. Excellent.
We did it.
Teamwork
we did
plus
it, boys.
one. Anyways, of course, this is a HeroesHype Amateur Series, guys. This is a tournament designed to give amateur teams the tournament experience in a nice, friendly setting. We can all hang out, learn a little bit. We are, of course, learning casters as well, so it's always good to hear your feedback, and we really appreciate it. But looks like the stream is set, and we do have our first match. It's going to be between Team Happy Birthday versus the Brunch excuse this week. So it's not even dinner anymore, it's brunch. What do you think of these names, Inimical?
I don't know. I don't think you... Well, having lived in Portland for a few years, it's just like the brunch capital of the world. Like, you don't need an excuse for brunch, ever. It's brunch. It's great. It's glorious. Everyone... It's just literally second breakfast for you Lord of the Rings fans out there. But yeah, what was the other one? Oh, Happy Birthday. I remember Team Happy Birthday. I think that's like going to be Brosidon stuff, right?
It is indeed. And we do, it says the draft session is over. I'm not sure if they had a new draft or if they did that really, really fast. I don't think that seems correct. So I think we'll be getting a new link. But yes, it is our friend Brosidon's team, and they are remaking the draft. Okay. Picnic baskets. It's all right. We're going to get it figured out, guys. Don't worry.
Picnic baskets?
Yeah, have you never seen the picnic instead of the panic? Well, okay, so...
No. I'm new here.
All right, so it started out as panic, and then panic baskets, and then we just went full, like, picnic baskets, but it's panic. Okay. Like a basket on fire. It's like an emote. I think it actually might be a Misclicks emote for their stream.
I've heard you saying the stream died. Is that true?
It did. That's what I was mentioning at the beginning. It should be up soon. This is good old lag. Let me check this out. I'm hitting it now, and I'm gonna refresh this. I'm not seeing anything. I want to make sure it's actually working. It says live. We're good. All right.
Awesome.
We're set.
I like being live. Being live's great. It's better than not being live.
That is true. Of the two, live is much better, yes. All right, I think we have the new... I'm going to hop over to the draft because we have the new link. And I will send that to you as well.
Oh, just give me the number.
I just put that 4629. There we go. Oh, and actually, I guess they're vetoing maps at this point as well. So we get to see the whole shebang. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Happy birthday and the Brunchers. You guys rock.
I like that. The Brunchers? That's nice.
Brunchers! Brunch
I hope they stick with that.
Right? Brunch for dinner hype. There's always... Okay, you've got all 3 meals in there if you say brunch for dinner. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know if that's allowed.
It might be alright.
Might be?
Yeah, maybe.
Right. Okay.
What do we got left? We got what? Tomb of the Spider Queen and Cursed, right? Cursed Hollow.
And I think it'll be up to Happy Birthday here, and they are going to choose the more standard map. That's alright. That's good. Remember, guys, that in the early stages of this tournament, it is a best of 1, so you don't want to do anything funky. Well, unless you're absolutely planning to do something funky. But if you're going standard, then you definitely would want to go with that Cursed Hollow. And that's what Happy Birthday are going to do. And they also have first pick, first ban as well.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you really want to stay away from doing anything funky. Unless you're like George Clinton, then you can probably get away with it. But other than that, you should probably play a little bit standard of best of 1s, because best of 1s are not really indicative of skill. They are, I don't want to say they're luck-based, but you really got to play solid, but they are only one match, so they don't really decide that much.
Yeah, you can definitely be taken aback by some things. I do want to tell you that George Clinton reference, while probably very lovely, it went right over my head.
Oh man, George Clinton is like the what's his name? He's got like a name.
Yes, it's
He's
George
got a
Clinton, I
band.
believe.
No, that's not what I mean. No, he's got like the it's like George Clinton the Funkadelics or something. I don't know.
Oh,
He's like this. He's like this huge funk musician from like the 70s or 80s. I think he's still alive actually.
got it.
But yeah, it's cool. I'm old, so it's cool. I can make those references.
All right, they really make you seem dignified, I think.
Dignified.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With your
not necessarily the word
trucker
I would
hat,
use,
no.
but yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
all right.
we are in fact here to cast some heroes, so I guess maybe we should get back to that. We have
We
finished
are?
our ban phase, and Happy Birthday has chosen to ban Sylvanas, while the Brunch Excuse has banned the Lost Vikings. So we are really banning out the two heavy push heroes that we see here.
Yeah, and this is something that's been common. I was watching NA ESL last night, and we were seeing Sylvanas and Lost Vikings banned in a few matches. We've seen it in Storm League as well. Sylvanas and Vikings are two heroes that allow you to just push like crazy on the map. I mean, you can see four-man stacks with Sylvanas just run through a fort like, at 7 minutes. It's kind of insane. Not on Haunted Mines either. I'm talking like the regular maps. Haunted Mines need not apply. But let's get into the draft. Jaina for Happy Birthday, pretty standard pick there. And then Brunch Excuse going to pick up Diablo and Rhaegar. So interesting with the Rhaegar first pick on their side.
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe they're going to show an Illidan here in a bit. We do like people seeing Illidan and Rhaegar, although often we've seen Illidan and Uther for that Divine Shield lately as well. But it seems like Happy Birthday, picking up the Tyrande here, does not want to give the Brunch Excuse that fatal, deadly, scary Diablo Tyrande, I about said Duranda combination.
Duranda?
Duranda.
Yeah. Tehran, no, I'm not going to say that, poor man, too. That's going to just sound awfully dirty. Anyway, as far as this goes, I like the steal there. That was my phone dropping. Apologies. That's how I'm reading chat right now. But yeah, I like the steal there. Tehran is really a really good support player. It actually opens up Happy Birthday to take Tassadar here if they want to, because Tassadar Tyrande with the double healing word is pretty good. It's been around for a long time. Stealing the Tyrande for Diablo is going to open up a lot of questions for Brunch Excuse. Like, what's their plan going to be? Did they want to bait out the Tyrande pick? Do they have, it's getting to the point where Diablo Tyrande has been so standard that people are starting to, like, pick around it or, like, disrupt that pick, and now, like, teams have to kind of figure out what they want to do after their pick. They don't get the pick that they want in the Diablo Tyrande Wamba combo.
Yeah, so Happy Birthday did pick up that Vala, and I love seeing Jaina and Vala together. They do so much damage, and they plus the Hunter's Mark from Tyrande, that's going to be a serious amount of damage. But on the other side, I mean, they've pretty much picked out all of their damage dealers now. They're going to have to go with a tank and support, and that means that the Brunch Excuse can maybe pick some things here that would be difficult for Happy Birthday to deal with, since their next choices are basically locked in. And the first thing they're going to bring up is Zagara, who is great on this map.
Yeah, and speaking of other people who they might want to pick up that are great on this map, they don't need a tank. I'm sorry, I was like ETC, but we'll probably see ETC go to the side of Happy Birthday actually. So probably grab they could grab Brightwing because she has global presence. And go double support here, but they really need some DPS at this point. I don't know who they would pick up, honestly. Do you have any ideas?
Oh, we could see Tychus for the Brunch Excuse. Illidan still not out yet, and that would be, I mean, he could jump right in, Metamorphosis right in onto that back line with three squishy peoples right there. We might even see like a Zeratul with the Void Prison into the APOC combination, which is scary as well. So they've got a lot of options here they could go to, and they know it, and they're taking their time, dipping into that time pool a little bit here as they grab their fourth hero before a Happy Birthday will grab their last two.
Yeah, I always forget about Tychus, honestly. It's like you don't really see him, you just see him enough where he's like someone that gets picked up where you're like, oh yeah, he does exist. And then you don't see him for a while and they're like, oh, who are they going to pick? And then bam, Tychus. But I liked Zeratul, I liked the Illidan, and I forgot about, setting up with the Rhaegar pick. They could definitely go Illidan here. We see Illidan a lot. A lot of people think Illidan's really OP. I'm actually not in that camp, honestly. I think Illidan can be easy to deal with. You just have to be on your toes.
Very interesting. The Brunch XQ going for a double tank combo, what we don't generally see, but has been kind of making its way back into the meta a little bit. And they are going to pick up Muradin as well as Diablo. So they're going to have stuns, they're going to have either APOC or Lightning Breath, which does a lot of damage. If you can land it on a bunch of people, that's pretty interesting. And speaking of tanks, you mentioned that Happy Birthday would probably pick up an ETC here. And we've seen a developer's insight come out very recently that says that there's going to be some changes coming out to everyone's favorite tanks, Diablo and ETC, in the form of new Storm talents, one each, and then some possible nerfs there. What do you think?
I don't know. I was reading about the ETC and like his weird ghost ability, and I think it's kind of silly because like they had to kind of work around. Speaking of ETC, there he is. They had to work around the Uther Ghost for a while and kind of feel that one out. So maybe they've done some extensive testing. Personally, I think ETC and Diablo, maybe they get a little bit nerfed, maybe on the souls for Diablo and damage in ETC. But I think for the most part, they're just really really good and really well balanced for the most part. I don't like to see like an aggressive change to either one, honestly.
I think their main issue has been that, we've seen nerfs come to Arthas and to Tyrael and to Stitches, and now it's basically put us into this position where the top two tanks widely chosen are Diablo and ETC, and I think Blizzard really wants to see other tanks come out and be more viable, and so I think they feel that with bringing ETC and Diablo down just a hair, that maybe they'll all be in a really good place, but we'll have to see how that will work. Happy Birthday has finished out their composition with an ETC and Uther. We know they love their Uther, but what is the Brunch excuse going to pick here with that Muradin and Diablo?
When I saw the Muradin pick, I was thinking like Muradin's really a really good warrior counter to Illidan.
Oh, yeah.
So grabbing both Diablo and Muradin and then grabbing Illidan, Team Happy Birthday's not really going to have a lot left to pick up. Uther's all right, and then, he's got that stun with the Hammer of Justice, and then ETC with his power slide. But if they get past that front line, it's going to be bad news if Brunch Excuse does pick up Illidan here.
Yeah, maybe they knew that if they picked Illidan there, then Happy Birthday would maybe pick up that Muradin, and so they just went ahead and grabbed it. But instead, they are going to go for Nova. So really interesting. Their only damage dealers basically are Nova and Zagara. Now, of course, Diablo and Myrtle will be in there throwing stuff around, but the traditional damage dealers are Nova and Zagara. I am interested to see how this is going to play out.
Yeah, I mean, having watched Storm League and cast it, we've seen Arthas and Tyrael, so I think the double tank is starting to, I don't want to say have a resurgence because I don't know if it was ever like really, really popular, but I think it's really going to start to show up a lot in the meta across all regions. Double tank's just really difficult to deal with. It gives you like just enough of that sustain, and a lot of the tanks, they don't do amazing hero damage, but they can definitely stay alive for a long time and do damage that counts, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, when you've got that Rhaegar, to be able to give a lot of health, I mean, most people think that, or believe that the best place to put that extra health is in the health bar of a tank, because you get that full heal off on him, or, well, I guess her if you're playing Sonya. And so with two tanks, we'll have to see where that heal is going.
I was actually watching Mr. J. Pickles a little bit today, and he was playing Muradin with the Haymaker, and I gotta say, Haymaker, maybe it's getting a bad rap. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Man, I love that.
Saying it's, yeah, I knew you were a fan because you had mentioned it the other day, but Yeah, Haymaker is just like, especially against like an Illidan, for example, you just punch Illidan halfway across the map, you know? Mm-hmm. It's just like, that's how we deal with you. We just move you totally away from everyone. So, don't think we're going to see that kind of experimentation right now. It would be really cool if we did, don't get me wrong. But probably just see a standard, Avatar and probably Lightning Breath here.
Stunning things to oblivion.
Yeah. It's really weird, though, because Brunch Excuse, they don't really have a lot. They have a great front line. They've got a lot of sustain, but they don't have someone that can, like, do a lot of damage in a very bursty kind of fashion. When Nova gets her Precision Strike, which she'll probably pick up over Triple Tap, she can do some damage, but she just doesn't have that, like, consistent damage, and neither really does Zagara. So it'll be interesting to see how this is going to play out. I honestly want to give the favor to Happy Birthday for winning the draft, but I don't know. What do you think?
I think they're going for some sort of thing, right? Like, they've got some stuff to work with Ma and Apocalypse. So maybe a Ma Apocalypse into Precision Strike if they could catch a whole bunch of people with Avatar in the middle of their stunning people within it. That could be very possible, but even with all of that, will that do enough damage? Yeah, they've got 3 squishies there, but there's still an ETC and an Uther to, like, peel and that type of thing as well, so I don't know, man. We are on Cursed Hollow. The whole objective is to pick up the objectives. Yeah, objectives generally. That's what you want to do on maps. Pick up the tributes. Once you get 3, you'll curse the other team. Their minions will be 1 health each, and their structures can't attack. So we'll have to see how that plays into this as well as we load into the game.
I'm ready to roll. Are you ready to roll?
I'm so ready to roll.
All right, let's do it. I love casting, by the way. It's so much fun. One day I will get paid to do this, or I'll be homeless. It's one of the two, honestly. There's no gray area in esports, unfortunately.
All right, well, I'm cool with that. I would love to do that as well. We're loading into the game. What are your thoughts on Cursed Hollow? Are you a fan of this map?
I think you know me well enough at this point to say that, confidently, that you know how I feel about it. I think it's a great map. I think it's super well balanced. Mm-hmm. I think if there's in a tournament setting, if you have to play a tiebreaker, this is the map that you should play it on, because this is the map that showcases skill over, weird map mechanics winning the match for you. Like, for example, Blackheart's Bay, you don't even have to engage the team, really. You can just turn coins in, and then, you don't really, there's no, there's still positioning and whatnot, but, like, it's not to the degree that there is on Cursed Hollow. Fighting over these tributes is really crucial. There's choke points, but anyway, it looks like we're about to jump in. Do you want to take the blue team, or do you want me to take the blue team?
I will introduce the blue team here. It's Team Happy Birthday with Raichu playing Vala, Dragon on that ETC, Syndrome playing Uther, Ascension on Tyrande, and Brosidon on Jaina. Or no, is that it? Yes, that is Tyrande. That looked like Illidan for a second. I was like, wait a second, but no.
And on the red team, we've got the Brunch Excuse. We've got Rommel on Muradin, Xenocide on Nova, Narumi on Zagara, Zarb on Rhaegar, and a Broken Condom on Diablo. So,
yep.
Wow, I just read that name without even thinking about it.
I know. That's kind of why I made you read them, because I saw that name. All years,
I saw it when we were in lobby, but I was just like, nope.
Just in the motions of naming him.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. And, most of the names we say, we don't even say the names in Stormleague, because most of them are in Chinese, and we can't speak Chinese, so don't have to run into that problem nearly as much. But it looks like Diablo set up for a gank topside, and Nova there as well.
Good job from Vala and initially avoiding it, but Nova is still there waiting for it, and it's possible that at any point Diablo could run in here. Nova really, Xenocide's like, please let her push out just a little bit more, but oh no! Our Diablo's actually left the game, and somebody should pause it here, one of the teammates. I don't think we can actually pause. Oh, he's back in. He's already back in. So we've got a tri-lane top here for the Brunch Excuse and another tri-lane bot here for Team Happy Birthday, but story of the hour definitely here is this Vala and whether she'll get captured.
You know, it's actually really interesting too, is we generally see like a 1-1-3 from both teams on this map, but it looks like these guys are going asymmetrical here, like one team running 3-1-1 and the other one running 1-1-3, so that's interesting to see. It's going to allow maybe getting a gank on Zagara bot while Vala just has to stay top and be careful, which, I mean, Raichu almost dead there, losing a lot of HP, and he will well up.
She did avoid, or Raichu did avoid 2 gank attempts, so that's pretty good on somebody squishy like Vala. When you see the teams going for like a 3-1-1 or 1-1-3, generally it's because they've got the 3 on the top of where their golem will spawn later, just trying to take down a little bit of extra structures. Team Happy Birthday playing really safe here. They know that with Diablo and a Nova, there's a real potential for ganking, and here they come again trying to get Raichu, but an instant vault will secure that Raichu stays safe.
Yeah, Vala definitely not one. I mean, she is definitely gankable, but when you're on top of it as much as Raichu is here, it's going to be very difficult. However, they might get this. Are they going to stick it? Nope, they're not going to run away from the turret. I thought they were going to stay there. And they should. There's 3 top. Rotating this tribute, they should just give it up in lane, but opting to go right for that tribute. They want to get that early objective lead.
Raichu has chosen to stay up top and soak as well, so it will be 4v5 here, but they've got a little bit of a buffer until Nova and Diablo get here. Now here they are here. Xanoside's coming around the side, would love to get a snipe off on one of the squishy heroes, but right now they're just going to move back. Poseidon is almost going to get thrown, but does not quite do so. Dragon very low, but will get away as well. And for now, everyone is safe, but Poseidon went back in just a little bit. Wanted to throw one more cone of cold off on Rommel, who's low on mana. There is Zagara picking up the tribute, and the first one will go to the Brunch Excuse.
Yeah, and this is actually, while that was going on, Vala managed to push pretty hard top. Not getting a ton of damage done on these structures, but it's going to be enough to keep them in a little, keep Happy Birthday, that is, on a little bit of an experience lead as they head into level 6.
Yeah, she's pretty much tied it up in terms of the amount of damage on the structures too. One of her turrets is almost down, but the turrets on bottom is taking some damage as well from Team Happy Birthday. So for now, just Vala doing a really good job. Oh, okay. And Sarb and Xanocide are coming in. They are going to be able to take out that turret, and that's going to help bring them back up and experience a little bit. But Happy Birthday really wants to be able to get to that level 7 before the next tribute battle, where they would have an advantage when it comes to experience. They've taken down this turret now. They really just have one left. They're watching out for the gank as well. But the next tribute's going to spawn. It's going to be in a spot that's a little tough for Happy Birthday to try to engage into. And we may just see them not head to it. But there they are. They're heading from bot. They're going to come up. Let's see what's going to happen here. Happy Birthday do have their level 7s, but Brunch Excuse is right behind them. And it's just Diablo here for now. The rest of his team's not here. They are going to be able to stun Broken Condom. He's going to try to get away. There is the healing ward dropped by Rhaegar. And now they're kind of being pincered a little bit here, Team Happy Birthday is. But it also means that the Brunch Excuse is separated. And they are going to pick it up. There goes the tribute for Happy Birthday. And if they get out now, they should all be safe. Are you back?
I am back. I'm here. I don't know what happened. My internet just decided. And it's... Oh! It looks like it managed to right itself.
No.
I think I'm alright.
Alright, cool.
Anyway, sorry about that.
That's fine. Zagara had a great push on bot while that tribute fight was going on, and she actually brought them back into the experience game, even moving up a little bit, so the Brunch Excuse is a little bit ahead. Generally, the next tribute is where we see level 10. We'll have to see if that's the case for these teams. They might just be both 9 as well, because they are, they did both leave lanes to pick up some tributes as well.
Yeah, they should both be pretty close to 9 when they hit this second tribute. And actually, what we might see is one of the teams may just give it up, because having 2 of 3, yeah, it's bad, but you know, it's not the best situation, but you can actually get in lane and maybe get that to level 10 a little bit faster if you give up this next tribute.
We do see Vala going for the auto attack build with Rancor for the first and then Manticore. This is a build that we've been seeing a lot more now, especially since battle momentum went away, and it's really focused on just taking down single targets, something that they really need because of those 2 tanks. So a really cool play coming out from the Vala so far. And alright, so we've got our 3rd tribute. Rommel's going to grab it. They're already set up in position. Happy Birthday knows so they're just going to take off. Raichu's got to get back and will do so. And both teams neck and neck in experience.
Yeah, it's a little surprising. I guess Vala just being a little cautious, not trying to lane there. The minions weren't really in position for her to get some XP there. So, very interesting. Speaking of Vala, I want to talk about these talents. I've seen these played as well. Not in any league, but actually when you build into Hatred as Vala, you actually end up doing a ton of damage. We just don't see it that much.
Yeah, it's a little bit less forgiving when it comes to positioning instead of the multi-shot build, and that can be a little bit scary to try to build into, but if you are confident in your positioning, it's a great build, and like you said, it does a ton of damage. And it's very single target focused too, something that's very helpful against the double tanks that we're seeing, especially very tanky tanks at that.
Yeah, and they will need the damage as well.
Sorry.
Whoa, where's what?
Haymaker! It's the playmaker!
Oh, nice!
Alright, we're really fast before this tribute. We've got Water Elemental, Rain of Vengeance, Divine Shield, Starfall, and Stage Dive for Happy Birthday, and for the Brunch Excuse, the Haymaker, Precision Strike, Devouring Maw, Ancestral Healing, and the Apocalypse. So going for that wombo.
Man, I'm gonna have to get on some medication when I cast to you. You about gave me a heart attack.
Oh, Rommel getting very low. There's a great Starfall, but Precision Strike's pretty good too. Only Syndrome gets Mod though, so they really avoided that Maw and Apocalypse. Didn't really work out for them, and Sarb's getting very low there, and they're going to be able to take him out already. 1 person down. Now they're throwing a ton of damage on Rommel. He's going to go down as well. Nova is back. That wasn't the real Nova who died, but that was the real Diablo. There's only one of him, and he is dead. And through that, we now have 2 tributes each for each team.
Yeah, Diablo not having enough stacks, so he's gonna have to wait the full, 20 seconds or whatever until he respawns, and that's gonna allow Happy Birthday with those kills to pick up their boss.
Yeah, they went straight to boss. It's super good because when you go for boss between tributes, there's not a lot of time, so you really got to be right on it, which is exactly what they did. And this means that there will be a boss pushing while the next tribute spawns, and that's great for Happy Birthday. They would love for that to happen because the next tribute, whoever gets the next tribute gets the curse.
Yeah, and actually, knowing full well that they don't have enough time to do boss, Brunch Excuse is going to capture the Bruiser camp on their side of the map, but Happy Birthday will also respond with their own Bruisers. So these teams really kind of playing the Merc camp game. Definitely something you want to do on this map. Merc camps help you secure tributes. They help you split push with them. They're just really beneficial on this map. And here we go. We're going to see this tribute spawn, and it's top, and Happy Birthday. They are way closer to this. And also, Bunch Excuse has to defend the boss here bottom as well. So this actually should be a curse for Happy Birthday.
Yeah, they just took that boss out. Zagara is still even on bottom. They're not even going to try to engage, probably, although there goes Murd, and he jumps right in, but it was just a little bit too late, and they burned him down so fast. So fast, and that's what I talked about, guys. The power of Vala and Jaina together, plus that Hunter's Mark from Tyrande. Ooh, that was a dwarf toss into oblivion there, and with that, Brunch Excuse will be cursed, and the team Happy Birthday is pushing.
Yeah, they were actually able to clear out those bruisers. I mean, Zarv is using the minions now and the bruiser that is left to push down those mid turrets. And this is kind of what you want to do. You want to maximize the damage with the curse, because the curses do not come often. I mean, you have to think the first team cursed here around, like, what, 9 minutes and 45 seconds? Mm-hmm. Like, that's a long time. You basically, if you get lucky, you can get 2 curses in a match. But hopefully you want to try and end the game as fast as possible, right? Like, that's the plan. So we just saw that Haymaker come out, it looked like. Oh, man, I can't believe you go Haymaker. I love it.
Important to note here that level 13 talents have been picked up by Team Happy Birthday. With all of those structures going down, they've got a huge experience lead now. Team Brunch is still almost a full level away from those level 13 talents, and 2 Shrink Rays, actually, for Team Happy Birthday.
Yeah, really interesting. They don't really need to minimize the damage from these tanks, but it's good to have.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, Roro indeed. Good lord. Nova going down as well. ETC is just the master of disaster with that battle axe, and he's going to stage dive in to block off the rotate to try and get back home from Rommel and Sarb. And they will manage to get away as there's not going to be any follow-up, but there will be a boss steal from Team Happy Birthday.
You know, I think Happy Birthday just thought, you know, they're already really lacking on damage, so let's make them lack on it even more. Let's capitalize on this by grabbing those shrink rays. And I mean, they've not lost a team fight yet, so I trust in their decision making there as they pick up the boss on the side of Brunch Excuse. They're just gonna walk away.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't trying to trash on the shrink rays.
Oh, yeah,
They are. It's. I mean, it's a good call, but it's kind of like. It's like grabbing 4 blood for bloods when you're already winning team fights. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's like insult to injury. Yeah, exactly. Great minds, man. They think alike.
Great minds indeed. All right, this boss is pushing toward the keep already. The towers are down here at the keep, and he's still got half his life left. And speaking of adding insult to injury, that's exactly what Team Happy Birthday is going to do. They're just picking up every merc camp they possibly can, keeping the map entirely blue, because they know that in a little bit we're going to have another tribute, and they've got to watch all of the tributes from here on out, because at any point the Brunch could grab one and get a curse of their own.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, a lot of people, when they get mad at this game and they're like, okay, it's over, you know, they've already got a keep down. No, and especially not on this map. You get a curse on this map, you can do a lot of damage and put yourself right back into the game. Just like everyone says that knows this game really well, the game's not over until the core falls. So speaking of core falling, the Starfall going down and just doing a ton of damage on Diablo. We're just not seeing the double tank work here for Brunch Excuse.
Yeah, you know, ETC went in and pushed back Zagara so fast, and she was burned instantly, and that's, I mean, you take out one of their 2 damage dealers, who you got left? Nova? That's going to be tough. And from there, I mean, Poseidon even got caught in the apocalypse because of the line where they were fighting, but because they just didn't have a lot of damage and they're 3 levels down, they were not able to even pick up the kill there. And so this tribute will go to Team Happy Birthday, who's got to be feeling really confident now. Their boss is about to spawn. I think they'll have no problem taking that once again.
Yeah, and honestly, Brunch Excuse can't even go down and contest this because they're 3 levels behind. They need to try and get back into the experience game, and really for them, the only way to do it is to get a curse right now. So they need to try and build as much XP as they can towards 16, and hopefully get 16 by the time that next tribute pops. But they're going to really be cutting it close. I don't think it's actually possible for them, so they may be fighting at Trib at a disadvantage. Maybe not a large disadvantage, but large enough for it to actually probably swing the fight in Happy Birthday's favor.
Well, thankfully they could give up another tribute, and Happy Birthday would not have another curse, so that is good. But speaking of Blood for Bloods earlier, we do have level 16 talents here for Team Happy Birthday. I keep forgetting these names, who are going to be headed to the tribute. So are the Brunch Excuse. Team Happy Birthday is going to try to take out these bruisers first. They really just want to keep all pressure off of their structures if at all possible. And Brunch Excuse knows they're actually just hearthing back right now. They know it's so difficult to engage into those level 16 talents when you do not have them. And so they're going to step back. They've got a boss barreling down on their keep, and they're just going to deal with that.
Yeah, they'll have some minis here. They'll get some experience that'll propel them into 15, but they're still going to have to find level 16 somewhere on this map. Personally, the reason I wanted them to try and take that tribute, provided I didn't know what Happy Birthday was going to do there, but if Happy Birthday stayed on the south part of the map, they could rotate down, grab that tribute, and then back off, and that way you make Happy Birthday have to get 2 tributes to their curse, rather than just give them the opportunity, which they have now. So like this next tribute is going to matter, and if Happy Birthday gets 20, it's going to be really, really difficult for Brunch Excuse to contest anything else for the rest of the match. It's going to be really difficult.
It's a really clutch heal from Syndrome there on Raichu, who was just a little bit out of position when the Precision Strike tried to drop on him, but that clutch heal kept him alive, and Still nobody down. I don't even know what the kill count is. It's got to be pretty low. 0 deaths for Happy Birthday, playing out of their mind. That's amazing.
Oh man, the haymaker's got to come and it's got to be good. The APOC's going to go down, but it's going to miss everyone. Diablo looks like he's going to be trapped into this tribute. He's going to go down. The Starfall is going to do some mad work. The Maul, though, is an excellent Maul. Murden will be able to get away, but this still should be a curse for Happy Birthday. But they're actually just going to chase this out because more kills, the merrier at this point. And that's a sick Lunar Flare from Tyrande. So a 2-for-0 trade for Happy Birthday, who have still yet to lose a single hero in this match.
Yeah, I haven't seen the synergy here in what the Brunch excuse are trying to do. They are almost 16, which would be really helpful, but they're almost facing a level 20 team, and they're 2 keeps down, or I guess about to be 2 keeps down, as this one's going to go down. The bot one's very, very low, probably will go down as well throughout this, especially if Happy Birthday can keep distracting, and even if not, they'll just go pick up that boss while Brunch is saving their base, and then they'll push in with the boss and try to win.
Yeah, they're actually just trying to close it out right now. They're really aggressive in the base, and this could go in the way of Brunch excuse, but still not being able to kill a single hero on Happy Birthday at this moment. Happy Birthday just totally in control. They're actually just going to get all 3 keeps here, most likely.
Yeah.
Actually, they already lost the one.
Yeah, they're going after this mid keep, and the gate wasn't even down yet. They did take it down, so at least they can escape, but I'm not sure that they'll do so. Diablo is down for another 15 seconds, so I think they might have been able to win it there, but they're going to play it safe. Brunch has just picked up their level 16 talents, but Happy Birthday is 20. It's a 4-level difference.
Yeah, and actually, by the time they take this top boss out and rotate to the bottom boss, they'll actually probably... Well, they'll be able to do the bruisers as well and then go to that bottom boss. But it looks like Brunch Excuse is going to try and contest this. It's 20 versus 16. 4 levels down. It's just never where you want to be in this game. And the APOC's going to go down, but unfortunately it's not going to do everything. Everyone will dodge it. The Maul will go down. Looking for a steal here on that boss. And looks like it was... Oh, looks like it did happen. Wow. So sacrificing himself and actually finally getting the kills when they count.
Yeah, they did pick up 1 kill on the Tyrande, and they're looking for more. Poseidon's really low, but Syndrome's there healing everybody up, and Zagara will go down, as will Muradin. And so it's a 3-for-1 trade now with only losing Tyrande, and there goes the 4th. Rhaegar's down. It's only Nova left. What will she do? She shrink rate on top of it. Sad Nova.
Sad Nova indeed, and actually, you know, we didn't talk about talents as much, but Jaina going Northern Exposure and Arcane Power just gonna seal the deal for damage. It's gonna be really hard for them to deal with it, and as we see, they are Happy Birthday, that is Encore, and this is gonna be GG for our first game of the night.
Yeah, GG. Both Jade and Vala feeling really confident because they got Nexus Frenzy on Vala and Arcane Power for Jaina. So yeah, they went total damage. They knew that their positioning was solid. Jaina had the sprint if she needed to get out. Neither of them felt like they needed to take Bolt, and they didn't. And they sealed the deal. And that means that Team Happy Birthday will be moving on to the next round of the tournament.
Congratulations to those guys. Excellent play from Happy Birthday. Only losing 1 member, so I'm sure Ascension is going to get trolled later tonight from his teammates.
The feeder. The feeds from Ascension.
I know, and it's a support player of all things, right? Like, of course it's the support who dies.
Of course. All right, guys. Well, there was your first game. We're going to take a very quick break, and then when we come back, we'll have another game for you from the next round of the HeroesHype Amateur Series. Stay tuned.